Thank you, everybody. My name is Michael McManus, and I'm very proud to be addressing the conference, particularly in my own region where we did so much good work. I don't know if you actually saw the news that I came very close to getting elected. In fact, there were 1.6 million votes cast, and if 800 people had voted for us instead of the BNP, I'd have got in. So I must have been very bad in a previous life. I remember actually the count. It was Paul was talking about the count earlier. We were all there, you know, getting coffees and whatnot. And I went out to get a coffee with my rosette on. A BNP activist saw my rosette and went, "Oh look, a traitor. Tell me, what's it like to be a traitor?" I said, "I don't know. Tell me, what's it like to be a moron?" I decided to press home the attack. I said, "Tell me, Mr. BNP activist, do you have any naked pictures of your wife?" "No. Would you like to buy some?" But, you know, I mean, I knew that it wasn't going to be our day on polling day. You know, I came out my house and, you know, a black cat crossed my path, you know, followed by 800 people in T-shirts saying, "Vote BNP." I don't know. But the campaign was some brilliant, brilliant memories I've got of the campaign. I mean, I remember I've spoken a lot of debates at universities, and I spoke at one debate, and this girl said, "I'm very concerned about climate change and the impact aviation has on climate change. Does UKIP believe in Earth first?" I said, "Of course, we believe in Earth first. We'll build airports on the other planets later." I had another green activist say to me, "Tell me, does UKIP believe in looking after animals and animal rights?" I said, "Of course we do. We want to treasure and nourish animals so that our children and grandchildren can hunt and eat them as well." I'm beginning to understand why I didn't get in now, but anyway. I remember as well, actually, I mean, as you know, out campaigning, you sometimes arouse very powerful emotions in people. I mean, quite abusive sometimes. I mean, I went down a driveway with some literature, door bursts open, person runs out screaming, swearing, "You effing this, you effing that, I'll effing drop you if you come here again." I said, "Come on, Reverend Mother, live and let live," you know. Yeah. I was out one night in Manchester city centre, quite late at night, a Friday night campaigning, handed out leaflets. This guy came up and said, "You all right, kid? Do you want to buy some heroin? Want to buy some cocaine? Want to buy some smack, some Charlie, some pirate DVDs?" I said, "No, thank you, officer." I remember I was out leafleting as well, you know, and this woman suddenly opened the door, set an attack dog on me, started chasing me with a pitchfork. "If you come round here again, I'll call the police," you know, so I put her down as a maybe voter. But no, on a serious note now, because I do serious as well, I feel very proud to have been part of this campaign. In January, we were on just 7% in the opinion polls in this region, and we finished on 15.8. We more than doubled our vote in less than 6 months. And a lot of that's down to the hard work of, you know, Fred and Jane and Nigel in the office, and of course Paul, who we're very, very lucky to have as an MEP. He's already worked extremely hard. If you look at his website, he's been all over the local press, working very hard for the people of this region, and we're very proud of him. Now, I've been asked to come here today by the Europe of Freedom and Democracy group, which I work for in the European Parliament. And if you go around the corner from the European Parliament, there's a park. And in that park is a little monument. And it's a monument to the secret army, which is people of all nationalities who opposed the tyranny that engulfed the whole of Europe within human memory. And when I look at that, I often think about our struggle. I think about people from all over Europe being oppressed by this superstate, coming together and saying, we can help each other get our freedom. And that's what I feel very, very proud to be involved in. And when you think about it, you know, my great-grandfather went to Belgium he was a World War I soldier. And I went to Belgium. And when I think that, you know, his generation were being asked to, you know, bear guns and bullets and bombs and gas, we're being asked to read reports. It's actually very, very humbling. And, speaking of my work with the Europe of Freedom and Democracy group, I was asked to research the Lisbon Treaty before the constitutional vote. I found quite a bit of information, and we got it out, along with other members of the team. It was used in the leaflets that went to every home in Ireland, and the people said no, so I feel very proud of the role I had in that. And what I believe is that Europe of Freedom and Democracy group gives us a lot of punching power. If people think it doesn't, well, just ask yourself this. Why did the Conservatives go to such lengths to try and stop us forming a group? If it's not important, why are your enemies trying to stop you form one? I mean, that's a very, very important question. Now, in the next Parliament, I'm still working for us, and I feel very honoured and privileged to be part of the team. I'm also a branch contact for a lot of people in the Northwest, so if you need help, come and get my details. And I'm very, very honoured and proud to be here today, and I'm very proud to be in your service. And just in closing, I was getting in the lift at 8:30 in the morning early this week in Brussels, and who gets in the lift with me? Nick Griffin and his minder. Thinking, this is what I need at 8:30. And I remember thinking, he didn't know who I was, didn't recognise me. I thought, enjoy these 5 years, Nick, because you're not getting another 5 after that. We are going to take more seats at every level in the Northwest, and I hope to be a part of that. I'm very glad to be in your service. Thank you.